have many myself, and I see three dimensions. One is we are fascinated by your experience, to hear more from what you feel, what happens, any special moments in such a region. You know, we could just be an hour just listening to your experience. I think there's another part which is about understanding many aspects that Baba mentioned about the Sattva region, how he creates, why he creates, you already explained a little bit. There are many technical aspects that we're a little bit maybe confused sometimes about it. And the third area is, I'm sure, everyone's personal connection, desire to be in a Sattva region. And you mentioned, yes, without desire, but Baba tempts us a lot to be in a Sattva region. And he says very often, if you want here in the physical world, we cannot be together for long. Time has to be taken into account. But if you come in the Sattva world, you can spend as much time. To be honest with you, many times I thought, if I could be like Sister Mohini, every Thursday, every Sunday, meeting Baba as if, you know, like now we're meeting in Zoom, but it's not the same. I know if I were to come and see you in New York, that moment being with you in your room will be different. So I'm happy sometimes seeing Baba on my wall or meeting Baba on my television. But I'm sure if I was really in the Sattva region, it must be different. I told you recently, I think I meet Baba and Daddies more in my dreams. One question would be the difference between dreams and Sattva region. So there are those three areas: your experience, understanding. There are many questions about understanding certain aspects, and then what should we do? So you answered already quite a few. So I may ask you just one or two questions for each part. About your experience, can you explain a little bit more how you feel about yourself? I'm sure sometimes you must have been in the Sattva region, aware of how you feel in your body of light. And I'm sure you must be very, very different from the days when you have treatment and in the physical body. How does it feel? What's your relationship with your own body of light? And how do you enjoy it? How do you feel happy about your body of light? Do you sometimes look at you in a certain region thinking, wow, this is really nice. I'm really enjoying it. Do you wear your sari sometime in such a region? Do you have a badge in the such a region? You don't have to be concerned about all your hair are white. You have white hair in the certain region. How do you feel in the such a region yourself?
If there is no body consciousness, you don't look at your hair, right? Anyway, one thing is that, as you are asked, I'm never aware of the body at that time. There's no aware of physical body, like completely right from here, the middle, I feel connected with Baba, and body is completely free from, like I'm not aware of body.
But you don't see your body of light?
No, that is when I go there, but there is no awareness of this physical body.
Oh yeah, no, of course, yeah.
Yeah, no, when I am there, I'm seeing whenever it's like a very, very beautiful, angelic form, and which I like it. It's very beautiful, but interesting that there's no awareness of this whole body at all, and in the middle, like third eye, and I feel the pull and like connect. It's like ladders are there or lift is there. And then I am in subtle regions with this whole unlimited space in front of Baba. Baba open arms, welcome me. And I see myself, yes, of course, in a very, angelic form. And angelic form is always because it's light, it's very beautiful.
But did you ever felt a bit curious to observe it in such a region, for example, to wonder, am I floating in space? Am I am I standing? How does it work? You're never aware of the experience of the subtle form.
Yeah, these thoughts doesn't emerge there in subtle regions. No, I don't think I am. When you're saying it, I'm thinking that no, I don't think I ever had this kind of curiosity there, because it's such a reality at that time, that there is no thought, no question, and
Were there special moments in the subtle regions that you can recall today that were very, very, I would call it, not turning points, but special moments in subtle regions when you felt surprise or that you knew something very, very important was revealed to you that you still remember today as there was some marking moments in your many, many experiences of such a region?
in that I don't remember at this time, but experiences I do remember. Like even last Thursday, I don't know. I just thought, is this Karmatit stage? Is this angelic stage? And I was telling Sister Sayar that I have to tell Baba that when I leave body, I want to live in this stage, because it's such a beautiful feelings. I won't say powerful, but it was so real. The stage was so real, not like, generally stage will be very high, then middle. But it was so, keep that experience has stayed so deeply with me until now, that for me to just come into very ordinary, it's taking time. I'm just saying to Baba, I yes, I am ready to leave body, but in that stage. Now I have question for Baba. Is it you gave me that experience like last time I asked Baba? Is it you giving experience or it is through our stage? So somewhere we have to now match that I keep my stage like this, and also some bonus will come from Baba. And it was very, very beautiful feeling, experience. And as I said, I still so much present also. It must be in the soul.
So it's between your experience and understanding now such a region. We have, from our kind of gallery point of view or spectator point of view, we see many trance messengers going to such a region, and they come back with a different style sometimes of experiences. So to what extent do you feel that what you experience is designed by your own soul, I would say, and to what percentage is it really designed by Baba? You mentioned that Daddy who was sitting there confirmed that she saw you in such a region, but such a region is not like it's not like a history hall in Madhuban, which is a fixed space where people have common experiences. On the same Thursday, many souls will go to Baba in the subtle regions, but they will see different things. Message will be a bit different. So do you feel that you bring with you a certain part of the experience that you design as a soul, and Baba also completes with what he designs? Does it make sense, the question? Or?
Yeah. See what happens. Let's say I'm going to meet Dadi Prakashmani. I'm talking of in the corporeal world. All of us went to meet Dadi Prakashmani. Or Brahma Baba, I went. So some or other, his interaction with me and his sharing will be with me according to what I am. Like for me, yes, entertainment and all these scenes of drama, scenes which people see in certain region. In the beginning, they meant a lot. But now, like my concentration is really what I receive from Baba. Like Avyag Bab Dada, some will go, they take toys for Baba, they take gifts for Baba. And I never took anything because I thought if I have a minute and half minute goes to toy and half to me, rather 1 minute goes to me. So I am a person who wants to receive, in essence, I want to receive as it is. So maybe like others go, they always see Baba show them or different scenes and mountains. Some once in a while I do, but mostly like I just go and I'm offering bhog to Baba and I'm receiving from Baba. One time Jagdish Bhai, they did a program in public. I don't know why, what was the reason, but Dadi Gulzar and myself both have to sit and offer bhog to Baba. And it's so interesting that the message was almost same, but the way it was described was completely different. Like I'm just saying Baba, but maybe I'm not describing he's on top of mountain and he was, different. But let's say if I am saying Baba, I could describe it maybe every time, but I am so focused maybe on receiving the message as it is. And so I think definitely maybe we are carrying something with us where Baba responds us so that I can relate it more.
So you don't have wings in the Sata region, and you don't need all these kind of decoration.
No, there are no wings. There are no wings. Yeah.
I'm asking because sometimes you're right. Sometimes we get beautiful sharings from some messengers and they describe games. And I remember even with Dadi Gulzar, she used to bring sometime messages that were very entertaining. And souls will go in a Viman, they will fly, some will be working, some will be crashing. And there will be so many, it's like a movie in the Sata region. But you bring sometimes such a deep content that people wonder, how do you even remember so many words? And so it's like remembering the whole Avyak Murli. And I'm thinking, wow, is there a recording button somewhere that you have?
No, because see, if whatever, I'm listening and I'm coming here and I'm sharing. And I think it depends, like I go for, seeing more directions or secrets or signals from Baba. I definitely go more for signals so that we have clear direction, what we have to do in future. And especially these days, because from all over the world, the requests come, how we going to do, what will happen. So maybe subtly there is Baba responding to that. So, and also there was a time, yes, you spend 40 minutes, 20 minutes properly. And then you can start sharing everything you see on the sides above. But as I said, I'm more focused maybe on receiving the signals or any very subtle directions Baba want to give to us so that we Brahmins can continue our journey based on that. And once in a month, they were asking me if I can get some signals and we can use them. Depends on the focus too, I think.
I know Baba mentioned many times that Maya could interfere in trance. And you mentioned also I remember there was a time when there was a lot of trance messengers or experiences, and then there was a stop. And even you shared how your experiences changed dramatically for a while. I remember at that time we used to go and see you in New York, even when Peace Village started or even before. And your experiences changed a lot. And you said at the time, I'm maybe not going to trance or such a region, but it's an experience. And the language changed a bit. And now we're back into more like a full signal or experience. So if there's interference, and I know it's a long question, but if you remember, there must have been many cases, but I knew one brother who was very, very close to me. And he started to go into the Sata region, meeting Brahma Baba or Baba. And then he would say, oh, I saw Baba. And it looked very much the subtle region, and he will come and say, "Oh, Baba told me this," and we used to feel, I don't know. And then in the beginning, Baba used to tell him nice things, and then Baba he started telling me, "Oh, I saw Brahma Baba was there, seniors were there, and Baba told me you will be main instrument to change the world. You will get a lot of money." And I said, "Lots of money? Baba told you that? That doesn't sound, that doesn't sound very, I don't know." And I called you at that time. And I said, "Sister Mohini, is Baba talking about money and etc.? I don't think this is right." And he said, "Well, he's getting experiences, but it went really totally, and the brother got really badly affected because he believed that was real." And I said, I used to call the brother, I said, "Are you sure? But, it doesn't sound right." So, and some people are asking, is it the same thing, Sattva region, as many people in the spiritual world, they see angels, they also hear messages, some call it the astral world. Is there a door in the Sattva region for another strange space like this, or how does it work?
When people, when they go a little bit above, let's say some souls are able to go beyond body, then you don't know where they get connected, and many different kinds of messages can come, but they're not ready. That is why one thing is that when Baba give you a gift of divine eye, then it's completely different than on your own. Some develop certain kind of abilities where they go beyond body, and then they start getting these feelings, vibrations. But there are many, many souls all over the world which could be saints, could be highly spiritual souls. So they connected with them also. And those souls also start sharing things with them. So, but to connect it with one incorporeal Baba through Brahma Baba is completely different. So that means all these astral travel and all these can be experiences of many, many souls. So that is why I'm saying that no one should have desire at the right time. If you create your stage, keep your intellect subtle, pure, heart clean, Baba will give you good experiences. But it does happen. I remember one time I was offering bhog and in Queens, and I don't know, Baba said, "I give you 20 years of life." So I was surprised. It's first time Baba is saying this. But I didn't say or pay attention, and I was going to Jamaica. And in Jamaica, we have centers in Kingston and Montego Bay. So we were traveling by car, one brother and we were two sisters in the car. And it was heavy rain. And in those countries, the bridges are like they're going to fall anytime. So there was a bridge. So on the one side of the bridge, there was a river. So this brother, some or other, car slipped and it just hit the end of the bridge. And it was almost like within few minutes, we all should have been in the river. And no, but some or other, the brake worked and the car was hit by that iron railing. And then we all, we stopped the car, we were taking long breath and trying to see how we go further than that. Oh, then I said, Baba gave me life, 20 years. So I was surprised that how, first time, like, if that would have happened as a, generally by God's grace, I don't have any experiences of accident. But if that would have happened, so Baba already granted me life. So one time, but also I do get certainly certain signals to be more cautious, or even for my health. I just take pure energy from Baba every morning. I was sharing, I don't know, yeah, in the morning Hindi class, that this morning I got up with a vast experience of how in our each vein there is God's love. And each particle of our spaces, there is God's presence. Now, in Path of Bhakti, people say God in my every vein and in every particle. But it's kind of responsibility. I start seeing all Baba's spaces or wherever Baba's children live. Every corner should be pure, clean, filled with God's love, God's presence, So this whole thing was so much that how Baba and Baba's love at this time within our body also, like Hanuman showed Rama in the chest, or Dadi Gulzar day before said, somebody asked you, where is God? You said, my heart. But our energy in our body also of God's love, that's what I try to create. And this morning was such a huge thing of Baba just giving me that experience. So
that experience on the bridge was more than 20 years ago. So did you
yeah,
go to Baba to ask for renewal? Did you ask him for renewal of the 20 years?
No,
He
I
may
don't.
have given it to you automatically.
I don't have to ask. He's showing me every day. I ask for another day. Baba, when I finish in the evening, I say, Baba, thank you. But these days, my heart is so much full of gratitude for Baba. We don't realize that how much he's sustaining us, his love, his power, his presence, of course, his teachings, We should really be so full of gratitude, joyful to show what God is giving us. Very joyful.
So,
anyway, there can be long chats. But what
yeah,
I'm saying that sometimes Baba do give signals. Yeah.
I don't know how long we can continue, but maybe another question is about ourselves, because I've been in front of you many times when you invite us to go with you. And I honestly wish I could just jump on the stage and hold your hand and say, maybe that way I can go to the Sattva region. I haven't tried that and I will not, but I'm sometimes wondering, how can I go also with, Mohini Didi to the Sattva region? Because I've tried many times, maybe too hard. Sometimes maybe I'm too concentrated and I'm expecting something like this and it doesn't happen. And someone even sent me a question now, is trance only for sisters? I'm getting questions every minute. But, about us who want to experience that. And to be honest, I tried to be silent. I know how much love I have for Baba. I don't have the experience of, really such a region. My dreams are more vivid than this experience. I experience Baba's presence. And so the question is, if Baba can really pull, is it that I'm not feeling the pull and I should be really concerned there's something wrong with me? Or maybe it's not in my part and maybe we don't need it? And I'm not the only one. Many don't experience it.
I think that, I think you all experience, you must be experiencing when Bhog is offered, your stage is different than other times, right?
Yeah.
So
but I don't see Brahma Baba. I don't see the light.
See, you won't see it, but you will feel the presence. Okay. Two things I must say, each one of you should check, especially this Thursday, that the experience you have of your stage is completely different than other times when you sit in meditation. That means Baba is pulling you, right? You will not see, but you will feel the presence. And sometimes what the message Baba is sharing, you might get few thoughts similar. Not exactly same. Many times I used to ask in the beginning, what do you all experience? And there was a time when I am not going trance, but also I'm just offering Bhog with open eyes. And I know in Queen's Gayatri, when many of them will say, oh, I had similar thought, I had similar. So there might be a pattern or the trace of the message which you are catching. But I think somewhere we are our expectation of going and then seeing Brahma Baba. Okay, maybe in the end, but every one of you will have to accept that there is experience of subtle region you're having. Even you're not seeing Brahma Baba, but you are still getting subtle signals from Brahma Baba. Whatever pure thoughts came in your mind, you will see how they get accomplished. So I think that's where we stop. And what
No,
I
I agree. I agree with you, Mohini Didi, and definitely offering Bog is the best meditation for me always with Amrit Vena. And I'd love to know if you agree or if you think a little bit like that. But I almost had for the last few years, since we felt that we will not meet we will not meet Baba in Madhuban the same way. I almost had the thought that now with all the centers around the world, when we offer Bog around the world, this will be a way to share Baba's experience with the world. People will come to the center. And I had that feeling or that, visionary thought that people would come to the center and we would offer Bog. And that's when people will experience Baba's presence at the center. And because I agree with you that but on behalf of all the members of Avyakti Parivar, I'm sure I can propose that next time you meet Bab Dada and Brahma and Daddies, when they're all there in the Subtle region on our behalf, tell them we're ready for the little extra. And we're very happy with subtle signal. We're very happy with feeling the mango taste when Bog is being offered. But we're ready for the extra of going with you in the subtle region and really having the full experience.
Lot of integration will be required, no? Between subtle region and corporeal, coming back in body and normally acting. I'm just giving examples. So Baba will give you as we all are ready, right? So that we can integrate silent, subtle, and the physical also. So it will happen. The Baba is listening. So don't forget that every word we say, our desire of heart reaches Baba. And so it all is fulfilled, but we also have to be ready for that. I remember that it used to take me 3-4 hours before I could come out of my experience in the beginning. And some used to get nervous. What happened is 5 hours now. She's still not, you are so much in intoxication. And it's out of control, no hunger, you don't want to eat bhog. And so, but then now I can immediately switch, Even when I have to share Baba's bhog message, it's not easy because I don't want to speak. But then that is where Baba integration that no, you have to use the body. So Baba is giving to all of us. It's almost 60 years for me now. So I have become little expert in switching on and off, going to subtle, then corporeal, and seeing everything around, and still I am not seeing it. So I think, see, questions are good, but also keep questions in a way that your experiences increase, right? Anyway, you can still send me the questions, and like I read the other one and tried to answer.
No, we appreciate tremendously, Mohini Didi, and it's very generous of you. And I know your heart, brings us with you, and we do feel it definitely. We're just using this opportunity, I think, all of us, to listen, to absorb, but also to have that feeling that we want to be with Baba fully. We want to take full advantage of this conference age, and we know time is running out. So if not now, then never. So I don't want to go to Baba in a subtle world only at the end. I will keep practicing what you suggested and implement that silence more. And I know one day you remember you told us to go at Amrit Vela. There was a sharing you had to go to Amrit Vela without any thoughts. And you told us, go to Amrit Vela, no thought, just sit in front of Baba. And that was some of the best Amrit Velas I had for quite a while, just to sit there And I keep telling Baba, well, Mohini Didi told me don't think. So I'm not thinking, I'm waiting. And he showed up more easily. So thank you very, very much for your time.
Early morning hours, everything is so quiet, real silence externally also. And somewhere the limits and viciousness, it's like very clean environment also. Okay, well, anyway, I thought I will be natural. I will tell the way it began and whatever way, and I'm sure it must have helped you. And whenever we get opportunity, then try to answer all the questions. We have evening also, half an hour. But let us now sit and be with Baba, merge with Baba, Baba's love. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, and thank you again.